It's been decades. We've been supporting triathletes through daunting endeavors in the most grueling of conditions, with you on fatigue-filled training sessions and exhilarating race days. We remain consistent, our craft unwavering. We're here to watch you improve and to conquer. Our heritage lives on. Welcome to the Ohana.
Hey, what's up, Team Zoot world, triathlon world? Mark Goddard here, coming to you from the San Diego Zoot world headquarters from my desk. I wanted to start something new this year and leave it up here on YouTube and give people on Team Zoot and people that are not on Team Zoot, maybe that are discovering triathlon for the first time, have some questions, or just want some information, a little spot to highlight different things about triathlon, and in particular highlight some of our team partners that we have that are supporting our athletes in Team Zoot. You know, we have a very large ambassador team, and we're very fortunate that it attracts a lot of really good partners, and they make good product and help us get to the finish line faster, a little bit more comfortable, and obviously a little bit more in style. So today I want to talk to you guys about Rudy Project. Some of you guys are familiar with Rudy Project. They've been around the triathlon space for a really long time. Great brands. Started in Italy in the 80s. I'm actually not sure where they started, but our partnership is with Rudy Project North America, and they've supported us for the last 4 years. And they make great products. They have one of the best Aero helmets on the market right now, and which is really cool to see at races. A lot of the pro athletes that are not sponsored by Rudy Project are riding their wing dream. They're just covering the Rudy Project logo, but it is a testament to the quality of their helmet and how fast it is, which is rad. And I'll be honest, when I started within this sport, you know, I didn't really think of Rudy Project the way I think of it today. And I always saw they were always in Kona. They used to be at Hago, so outside of the Ironman Expo area, and you know, they were selling their helmets at discount for people that were on the island for that World Championship event, and their stuff looked cool. And I knew some of my friends' parents that were in the sport of triathlon when I was younger, and they always had Rudy Project glasses and stuff. But I think I looked at them differently than I do today, since I've had a chance to touch and feel and wear and use these products over the last couple of years, and they have really just blown me away as far as the quality and the customer service that they have. And I know there's another brand out there that a lot of athletes use and have been using. I won't say it out loud, but it does start with this letter. I'm not talking anything bad about that brand. I just have never been personally a fan of that brand in particular. I just never liked the style of it. I grew up in Southern California surfing, and I just thought it wasn't that cool growing up. So, you know, I usually wore, our last team partner was Smith. They made a pretty good product too, but one thing was very lacking is they weren't dedicated to the sport of triathlon and to the athletes, and continuing to push product development and support for triathletes. So we've been fortunate enough to work with these guys, and I'm going to show you guys a couple of their products and just compare them. And if you guys have any questions, comments, reach out to Rudy Project. If you guys are on Team Zoot, you guys get a standing 35% discount from Rudy Project North America. And if you don't know how to get it, please go to our little community forum and look at our discount PDF where everything's listed and how to get it. And if you have any issues getting on, contact Rudy Project North America and they'll get you sorted. So first off, I want to talk to you about their glasses. Not only do they make quality sunglasses, I've been also rocking some Rudy Project prescription glasses for the last few years since we've been partnered with them. Their prescription program is really awesome. It's super easy. It's way better than going into the optometrist office and then getting pushed out to where all the glasses and the frames are, and you look, and they're all expensive, and they're not that good. Some of them are good, but you're basically paying for a name, which, personally, I don't really like anyway. I don't want a big old name on the side of my glasses. But I've been working with the Rudy guys on my prescriptions for probably 4 years, and it's perfect. It's beautiful. They always want to get it right and get you some really good glasses, so your vision is the best. Although mine is constantly declining the older I get. One question we do get quite often is if they offer the progressive lenses, and that is basically 2 different prescriptions on one lens, and they don't offer it online, because the reality is this is what I was told and have experienced firsthand myself, is in order to do progressives well, you need to have a consult with the particular frame that you're getting, the lens that you're getting, and how it fits on your face, so they could set it up well. So that's the reason it's very hard to do online. So that's why they don't do it. Every lens has a different curvature. The frames sit differently. So it's just kind of like a little bit more of a process. The optician needs to see your eyes, how they fit on the frames and stuff. So that's why they don't do it. They make single visions, super easy, awesome. Been using them for a while. So that's the prescription. So check them out if you have a single vision. It's totally worth it. Your discount does work on the prescription stuff. And then let's roll right into some of their sunglasses. These I'm going to pull out for you are the Astral Rudy Project Astral glasses. It's a little blurry. Apologize. I got to fix that. But now these I think were new last year. They kind of have that. They have that trademark like athletic, sporty look to them. But the thing I like about these glasses, they are very, very light. They sit on the face just far enough away that I don't get fogged. And I had been in the past wearing a full framed sunglasses, particularly on my bike rides, because I just like the way they look. I never really liked these as much. And I only use this type of glass for running. But now, since I've been using them, these are my go-to on cycling and running all the way. They have adjustable temples here, so you can get a good fit that's nice and comfortable around your head, and then also adjustable ear or nose pieces, so you could adjust depending on if you got a big nose, small nose, somewhere in between. And fit really nice right on the face. And these are the Astrals. Now the next pair that I'll show you these are the Astral X's, just to give you guys a comparison. They're just the frame, the glass frame is just a little bit bigger. And these ones, which are available through the Team site right now, are custom glasses. So this is a Team Zoot colorway with a translucent frame material, and it looks really cool. That are only available to Team Zoot members through the portal. And they have a special, where is it? It's right here. Hopefully you can see that. On the actual frame itself, it says Team Zoot, or on the glass itself, it says Team Zoot. It's pretty cool. These are the actual ones I've been riding with and running with all the time. They're just a teeny bit bigger than the Astrals. I'll give you guys perspective. That's what they look on my dome. It's a little bit bigger. So if you have a bigger face, bigger head, these are the ones to go for. They're really good. No, they're a little too blurry side by side. Astral X right here. And then the Astrals, you can see that these are a teeny bit smaller. Quality glasses. These things will last you a really long time. If you're like me, you probably will end up having multiple pairs of glasses. It's pretty cool. All right. Let's see. All right. Visual effects. Let's take this away. Oh, I went for no blur. It's still giving me a blur. But hopefully this helps a little bit. These are the two differences. Going right along for the triathletes in there. Everyone always has the most questions about the Aero helmets. And why an Aero helmet? If you're a triathlete, first off, why do you need one? They look pretty dumb. Let's be honest. They make you look goofy, but the reality is you probably look goofy anyway. And the truth is that it helps you go fast. We're always looking for that extra savings. So if I'm giving a certain amount of effort on the bike, if I could give that same amount of effort and go a little bit faster because I'm more aerodynamic, yeah, of course, I'm gonna want to use that. It'll save my legs, and altogether, I'm gonna have a better experience out there on the race course for a race day, really. So Rudy, they offer 2 helmets in their full aerodynamic range, and one is the Wing, which is it used to be my favorite helmet, and then they offered the Wing Dream, which is kind of the space ballsy helmet that you see together with what all the athletes are wearing currently. So I'm going to show you guys both helmets, tell you the difference a little bit, what I like and what I don't like about them comparatively, and hopefully you could make the right decision if you're looking to get an Aero helmet. They are, when you have them on, as lame as they look, they feel really rad when you're on the bike portion of an Ironman or a triathlon. For me, it kind of allows me to kind of stay within my own space. It's almost like meditative, putting the helmet on, and being shielded a little bit from the outside, kind of in the zone. It's something I really like. And if I can hold my Aero position, it'll make me go faster. So this right here is the Wing. This has been their best-selling helmet for a number of years. It's still super fast. It comes with an integrated visor that's clipped on by magnets. Super easy. And you look like a full-on tri guy or girl when you put this on. Another cool thing about this helmet is it's got this removable air duct, right? So if you're doing a hot race, it's summertime, or if you overheat a lot, this thing will let extra air in here. If you're doing a cold race, swimming, or it's super cold on the bike, you really care about that extra air, then you just leave that little insert in. It is designed to have an airflow go through the helmet when you have this open. So it goes through the helmet. There's vented channels here, and it comes right out the back, just like a jet airplane, just right. Now, the only issue with this helmet is if your head's a little bit bigger. This is a small medium, and I'm going to compare the new ones, also small medium. Getting into transition, getting these ears over your head, if you have a wide head, sometimes it can be a little bit tricky. Just pulling these tabs out a little bit, putting the helmet on. But I will say it is a really cool design that they thought of because they are a triathlon brand. This visor has helmet magnets on it, and also has magnets in the back. If I can find them. I'll show you guys how I set my helmet up in transition. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So when I was racing with this helmet, then it's got magnets on here, and it makes putting the helmet on way easier. Right? So I leave it on top of my Aero bars. I'm in transition. You could put it on, and then I would just slide the helmet in, or the visor in right in place, snaps in place. And this is really cool. It doesn't go anywhere. It's not going to fall. It's not going to do any of that stuff. Rad helmet. And they actually have done studies on the temperature. A lot of people are like, I need a white helmet because I overheat a lot. There's so much ventilation through here, and the way that the plastic is, the internals of these helmets, the difference between a white helmet and a black helmet is, I think it's less than like half a degree. I don't know. You have to look on the Rudy site to know for sure what the actual difference is. Not much. So if they have a black helmet or it's on sale, I opt for the black. This is actually a helmet that I ride and I race in all the time. This is the new Wing Dream. Now, right off the bat, you guys can see a little bit of difference. wing is a little bit more rounded. The Wing Dream kind of flares out like Rick Moranis and Spaceballs. Okay. See the difference there? These are the same size helmets, both small mediums in the Rudy. And pros and cons with this one. This one's actually really fast. It's a little bit faster than this one. If you care about that stuff, if like 2 seconds matter, you're trying to win your age group. Yeah, I would go with this one. A little bit more expensive. It's the newer one. The reality is, if you're like most of the triathletes out there and you just want to be faster in general, this will make you faster than your regular road helmet. But it's a little bit wider. It does have an air vent. There is no detachable insert. It's always open for sure. But the really cool thing about this helmet is putting it on in transitions super easy because it's so flared out. Now the internals, same internal flow going through it. It doesn't have the port, but it does have this big channel that keeps your hair really, or your head really cool during the race. Now, some people have said that have worn this helmet on super windy days. They've asked me like, "Hey, do you feel like the helmet is almost like a sail? It like feels like it was like coming off my head." This thing has a fully adjustable head dial right here, and I would err on the side of getting the smaller helmet if you could fit into it rather than the large, extra large. I have an issue with this helmet. I feel like I have a medium-sized dome. I wear the small medium, it fits just fine. It's able to cinch down, and I never had any issues with it. And like most Rudy Projects products, they do come with extra sweat pads, and also that stuff is also available for purchase in case they get super gross and saucy. But it's pretty cool. And same thing, this also comes with a visor that magnets in for race day, which is pretty cool. I don't think it doesn't have a magnet on the top. Maybe they're saving weight. I'm not sure. What I normally do is I put the helmet like this in transition. So I put the magnet on the upside. I start on the bike. I get the mount line. I don't do this till after I'm kind of mounted. And then I just put this on. Super easy. Fits right in place. It's really cool. Italians, they know how to make stuff and they know how to make it look cool, even though it looks dorky. Rudy Project, been with us for a long time. Love their products. Can't say enough good things about them. Also can't say enough good things about the crew. So I know we only ordered a certain amount of these special Team Zoot ones. There are a few left if you guys want to check them out, or just the regular inline ones. Perfect. But with that being said, if you guys have any questions, please reach out to your team captains, reach out to Rudy Project, reach out to me if you know how to get a hold of me. Again, my name is Mark. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time, and ride safe out there.